We're back here with the Jacksonville State Volleyball weekly interviews. And first off, we've got head coach of the Gamecocks, Todd Garvey. Coach, your team goes 1-1 last weekend, now 8-4 in ASUN play, facing a couple of big tests this weekend up in the Volunteer State. First of all, what's your mindset as we head up to Lipscomb and Austin Peay this weekend?
I thought we played two really good matches last weekend. That FGCU match was very high level for both teams and kind of could have gone either way. And then Saturday we played great against Stetson to go 3-0 and play at the level that we did. We're going to get really tested again this weekend. Unfortunately, there's no easy games in conference. Like Lipscomb's, I think up until their last game was tied for first in conference, and then Austin Peay we're really familiar with too from being the OVC with them for years and years, and they always have a great program and going to give us a good test too. So it's going to be two more challenging matches.
Back-to-back weekends now that the team has lost a tough one in 5 sets on Friday, battled back the next day and gotten a sweep. What do you think is the key to the team having those quick turnarounds and being a night-and-day difference from one day to the next?
I think we've done a good job all year long of just taking one day at a time, 1 point at a time. That's kind of the mentality that we want our players to have, and they've bought into it. Like, you can't look ahead or focus on the past too much. You just got to take what's in front of you and try to do the best you can with it. And I think we've done a great job of that this year. And, I think it's one of the reasons we've been able to bounce back after some losses that we've had and respond and play really well the next day.
And as we've already alluded to, the two big matchups this weekend in Tennessee, on Friday taking on Lipscomb and on Saturday taking on Austin Peay on the road. What have you seen from those two teams, and what can JSU expect this weekend?
They're very, very good. They got they're loaded. They're kind of like us offensively. They're really well balanced. They're going to spread the ball around and set everybody, which makes it tougher to defend. Got a good libero, good setter. They've won that conference more than any other team. They've kind of dominated that conference for years, and we know it's going to be a big test for us. And then the next day, headed to Austin Peay, and they're even though I think they're 9th or 10th in conference right now, they got a very good team. Like, they've lost several matches that have gone 15-13 in the 5th set or 15-12 in the 5th set. Anybody can beat anybody, and they got a great team. They run a 6-2 offense, have really good pin hitters and a good middle, and it's going to be another challenging test as well.
2 weeks left in the regular season, obviously on the road this weekend, back home the following Friday for senior night, and then making another trip to Austin Peay on Sunday. Getting so close to the postseason, what will JSU have to do to qualify for the ASUN tournament?
We just got to keep doing what we've been doing and taking it one game at a time, not worrying about stuff that we can't control, just focusing on one match at a time. So right now all of our preparations towards trying to go out and have a good practice today and get prepared for Lipscomb. We kind of prepared for Austin Peay yesterday, and I think us, when we're balanced offensively and really dialed into the scouting report, I think we've played great defense. And when we're spreading the ball around offensively, we're tough to stop. So that's two of the things we're kind of focusing on doing this weekend.
Well, before we bid adieu to you, Coach Garvey, we've got a player in for the Player Spotlight today, Ava Haney, a freshman, and the first-year player to join us on the Player Spotlight this week. What can you say about the job that the Omaha native has done this season for the Gamecocks?
She's done an awesome job. Like, she came in already a very good player, but I think that she's probably our most improved player over the course of the year. Like, she's gotten better and better every single week. She's really versatile. She can hit outside, she can hit right side, she can play back row. She's really had a great season, and I think she's going to have a very, very bright future. We're excited about her and the progress that she's made and kind of the competitor that she is and the person that she is. So she's done a fantastic job.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before taking on Lipscomb and Austin Peay?
Nope, that's it. Looking forward to it.
We're here on the Player Spotlight for the first time in her Jacksonville State career. We've got Ava Haney joining us this week, freshman outside hitter from Omaha, Nebraska. Ava, thanks for taking the time to join us. And how's your first season in Jacksonville gone so far?
I've been having a lot of fun with the team and getting to know the girls and the town, and I feel like it's a really competitive program, which is something that I'm used to with my club and my high school, and being able to play somewhere where I get to compete and practice every day against people who play at such a high level, and then getting to share games and playing some games has been a really fun experience.
It's a very veteran team for Jacksonville State this year, but you're one of the few freshmen on the squad. How has it been kind of mixing with the older, more experienced players this year?
They have been really good leaders, and having the opportunity to learn from such well-developed players, and they have so much experience. I feel like they have taken on a really big leadership role with us younger freshmen, and I feel like we've all learned so much from them by like watching, playing against them, and playing with them, and that's been really important for all of our development, and I think it's just kind of helped the team mesh as well.
Ava, you're from Omaha, Nebraska. What was the big kind of driving force in you choosing to attend Jacksonville State University?
Like I said, I come from competitive programs at home, and that was the biggest selling point for me. I really wanted somewhere that I would have to rise to their level, and just kind of seeing the team's record in the OVC and then coming to the ASUN, that was a big drawing force. And then on my visit, just getting to know the coaches and the girls, I felt like I just fit in perfectly.
Despite being one of the younger players on the squad this year, you've had a nice amount of playing time, played in 7 matches so far, had a great outing against Alabama State with the 7 kills. How great has it been for you to be able to come in kind of off the bench and relieve some of the older players, I should say, and getting that experience on the floor?
It's obviously really exciting when us younger players get to go in and get opportunities. And something that I've noticed that maybe you wouldn't expect is like when we go in, the girls are totally calm and they don't freak out and they're like super excited to have us on the court. And something that has really helped my confidence is when I go in, they don't try and keep the ball away from me. Like the first ball that's set is to me, and I feel like that really boosts my confidence and it gets me excited for next year.
Well, it's funny, with every player that we've had in the player spotlight this year, we asked them towards the end of the interview, what do you want to end the season on? Because, you're getting closer to the end of your career. Completely different situation for you being a freshman, but how do you want to look back on your freshman campaign, and what do you want to achieve with the Gamecocks towards the end of this season?
Obviously, we've faced some adversity in the past few weeks, and I think we've grown from that. So taking that into the end of the season, I think it's important that every single player on the team, whether we're on the bench or playing, that we take that into the conference tournament and that we all have high energy and we all play together as a team. And then just looking back on the season, I want us to finish strong and just having fun as a team.
Sounds good. Thanks again for joining us, Ava. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
That's all. I'm excited for the rest of the season.